Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing the iron toner experiment. Something very similar to what I did for Wella Color Charm about a year ago. I think I did this last year. And some people asked me to do the iron toners. And so here you go. Are you guys ready for this iron experiment? So I picked up 5 different iron toners. I picked up the cream toners and I picked up 2 of the Demi colors. So I thought they were the same thing, but they really weren't. And the processing times are also different for the Demis and the cream toners. So the 3 most popular ones that I saw on YouTube were Lavender Moon, Modern Beige, and Platinum Lace. And then I picked up 2 other ones that I thought were going to be might look better on the more orange swatches. So with the orange swatch, I ended up dyeing black hair to this color. If you can see, last time I did this, a lot of people were saying they couldn't see the swatch. My lighting and my background wasn't that good, but I'm still trying to improve these videos, y'all. I'm trying to help myself and help you guys. And then some people were talking about how I wasn't supposed to apply these toners on dry hair. This is not human hair. This is just a swatch. It's for my learning purposes and also to help you guys make informed decision at home. Nobody paid me. I'm doing this for all of us so that we can all learn. I have never used these iron toners before, never probably will in the salon that I work at because we use Reckitt products. But it's always interesting to try new things and see how these other toners work. You never know. I might be in a situation where I have to go to the store, go to Sally's and pick these up real quickly, and I might have to use them. So I'm doing this so that we can all learn. All right, so let's get started. If you can see my setup, I have my 3 iron cream toners, the Lavender Moon, the Modern Beige, and then the Platinum Lace. I'm going to start with them 3, and then I'm going to move on to the next 2 Demi toners that I picked up. So I'm going to start by, I have this new scale that I bought that I love from Fermar when I went to the hair show. If you haven't seen my hair show videos, look at my hair show video. And I'm going to kind of like zero this out. And I'm going to measure that way. I want it to be kind of accurate, very accurate. Oh, and my thing is coming off. So this is the Lavender Moon. I'm going to start with that one. And it's this one. And I'm going to zero it out. I want the measurements to probably be in grams. It really doesn't matter. And I'm also using 10 volume developer for everything I'm doing. And okay, so I'm doing this now. The mixture ratio for the cream toners are 1:1. So let's see, I'm doing, this is about 6 grams of product. And then, so this is the Lavender Moon, and I'm going to do 6 grams of developer, and I'm gonna, so this needs to be like 12. It's like 13. But anyway, I'm just mixing it together. It's kind of thick in consistency, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to hurry up and do the same thing for the other ones. And then I'm going to apply it quickly. And then I'm going to have you guys look at it. So I have all 3 mixtures mixed up. And I am going to apply really quickly to all of them. I mixed up just enough because I didn't want to waste the product. So the first one is the Lavender Moon. I'm putting it on the orange swatch, and then I'm also putting it on the more yellow swatch, right? Same thing I did, like very similar to my last video for Wella. Very similar. The second one is the Modern Beige. I'm trying to hurry up and apply it quickly on there. This is the orange and also the yellow swatch for Modern Beige. Right, like that. I wanted to be saturated so I can get the right results. And then also I'm doing the same thing for the platinum lace on the orange swatch and the yellow swatch. More yellow swatch. So the processing time for this one is 25 to 35 minutes. I'm going to allow this to sit on there the whole 35 minutes. It's 4:50 right now, so it's 4:50 right now, and I'm going to allow it to process to 525, and then I am going to stop it, wash it, and see how it looks like. So my timer has started, and I'm gonna let it sit on here for 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and I'm gonna see how it processes too. The two Demi toners, this one is medium ash blonde, it's 7NA, and this measuring mixing ratio is 1 part of the product to 2 parts of developer. So I did 6 grams and 12 grams of the developer, so which is going to end up being a total of 18 grams. So I'm mixing this up really quickly like that. And I did the same thing to the other one. And this is the Creme. This one I think will kind of look a little bit more ashy, more like the T14 in Wella. I'm not sure, but it's 7VA and it's called Creme. Same mixing ratio, 1 part of the product to 2 parts of the developer, making a total of 18 grams. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and apply quickly. In this one, the processing time is a little bit shorter. It's about 10 to 15 minutes, so I'll allow it to sit on there the whole time, the whole 15 minutes. So I'm just applying the medium ash blonde to the yellow one first, and then I'm gonna apply to the more, I guess, brassy orange hair and see what the outcome is. So this is medium ash blonde 7NA, right? This one is the Creme and it's 7VA. Now applying to the yellow first, the yellow swatch first, and then I'm gonna apply the rest to the more orange swatch, and we're gonna let it process for a total of 15 minutes and see how it looks like. So this is the Demi line. So let's see how these look like when they are done processing. Guys, these are processing really nicely, and I cannot wait to show you what the end results look like. All 3 of them look different, which is great. So we'll be able to look at it and talk it through once it's done processing. So I wanted to show you, I wanted to do it better this time around and show you, this is the color that I originally dyed. It's kind of like a dark brown, and then I bleached it with 40 volume to get this color here. Like, it's like maybe like a, you know, an orangey level 7 or something like that, maybe. And this color here is the blonde color that I used to do my swatch. It already came like this. This is usually the 613 hair that we buy. Most of the time we buy, and it has a yellowish tint to it. So considering this as maybe being a level 9 hair, This is the Lavender Moon when I put it on the swatches. This is the original swatch, the yellow, I mean the orange swatch, and this is what it came out to be. I see it as it kind of toned down the color a little bit. You still see some orange tints in it, but it toned it out a little bit. I really was surprised about this one because I thought it wasn't going to do anything to the darker orangey hair. Um, a lot of discussions in my other video where most people said that if the hair is only orange, nothing will really happen to it. The hair has to be lighter, and that's true. So you can see there's a slight change in the coloration. I would say it toned it down a lot more, and it's not as orange as this swatch. You can even tell in the camera that it's a little bit darker. So it toned it down a little bit, removed some of the orange in there. Now when we come to this blonder swatch, which is the light yellow one, it completely removed the yellow. You can see that I didn't really saturate the toner like I was supposed to. And but then you can see there's a tint of ash in this swatch, this Lavender Moon. I guess I want to say if it's supposed to be give you a more lavender color or it's supposed to look more lavender, it looked more ashy to me. It might have maybe like a violet background in the color. I'm not sure, but that's what it's called, a Lavender Moon. But it did tone it out completely. This is completely different from what this yellow swatch looked like. So if you have completely blonde hair, you could have something going on where your hair will be a little bit more ashed out. And you know, most people kind of like a more ashy type of blonde. I would not let it sit on there for the full 35 minutes because the range was 25 to 35 minutes, and I let it sit on there for the maximum time. And this is what I got in the much blonder tone. So I kind of like the Lavender Moon. It ashed it out completely. There's still some yellow tones in here, but I assuming you didn't want your hair to be too ashy, but still completely remove the yellow, you could use this toner and tone out all the yellow, and you will be having some type of ashy blonde color. So I like how the Lavender Moon turned out in the much lighter swatch, which was the yellow 613 hair, and that could be your level 9 pale yellow banana color that you'll be toning with the Lavender Moon. So yeah, I'm impressed. This color, I'm not too sure, but definitely it did remove some of the orange in there. So this is Lavender Moon from the Ion Cream Toners. This is the Modern Beige Ion Cream Toner. So for the darker, more orange type hair, I didn't really see a difference. Can you guys see anything different between this one? This is the bleached one, and this is the one that was toned with the Modern Beige color. Again, I didn't even see, it doesn't look any darker, like it toned any color out at all. It kind of looks the same to me. So I don't know if your hair was orange, you should be using the Modern Beige toner on that, because it might not really show any type of coloration. I thought that maybe beigey toners would have some type of blue backgrounds in it that would remove some of the orange in the color, but I just don't see nothing. I don't know, maybe somebody out there watching this maybe thought this color changed. It looks the same to me. Now out here in the lighter color, however, you see how the 613 hair, the yellowish hair, kind of changed color. This looks to me a little bit more like almost like a goldish. I don't know if it's gold. It really completely toned down the yellow. Maybe a type of sandy blonde, because it's not gold, definitely. It's really toned down, and it's just like more of like a plain type blonde. And it says it's supposed to be beige, but it looks sandy blonde to me. I don't know what you guys think, but people who didn't want to be ash and they kind of wanted a nice neutral sandy type blonde color might do well if their hair was light enough and they can use the Modern Beige toner. But another way around, if you were trying to use it on darker bleached hair, I don't know if you would be able to get any type of coloration based off of the swatches that I have going on. This is the Platinum Lace Iron Cream Toner with the orange swatch, orange looking swatch. Something happened. Something changed in here. This looks, it doesn't look ashy to me. Well, I don't know. It has a green background. I don't know if you guys can see. It's, I don't know, but it did tone it out a little bit. I'm not sure if people will be necessarily be happy with this um I guess outcome if they tone their hair. It looks like a almost like a dark brown color, but then it has like a greenish background. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, maybe not, but I don't know if I like that. It definitely did remove the orange out. It's not orangey anymore like this particular one. So I guess to each his own. You guys can look at it and see what you think about how this one came out with the platinum lace. I didn't expect it to even tone the orange out this much, because in my mind I was just really thinking that these cream toners were sort of made for much lighter bleached hair. So definitely when you came down to the more lighter colored hair, you see that it completely toned it out, and it has a very again ashy background. It's almost ash, like it's a light ash color, very light ash color. And I was just wondering if I guess that if this yellow hair was a much lighter, more like a level 10, level 11, where it's approaching a more whiter state, if we would bleach this out a little bit, if this swatch was going to even look lighter. It's supposed to be called platinum lace, so I didn't know if it was supposed to give you that kind of whitish background. This is definitely not whitish, but I can see why it's not whitish, because this is yellow, so it's not completely platinum. So again, if you put it on yellow hair, this is kind of what you be coming up with. This is kind of how your hair is going to be looking like. A much, much, much ashy type color. It's sort of pretty. I like it. It's pretty ashed out, completely yellow, no yellow tones in it. And it definitely will give you an ashy type hair or background, if that's kind of what you're looking for, if you put the platinum lace in your hair. So again, with these iron toners, I think it does kind of well with lighter bleached hair. So if you had a orangey type bleached hair, you might get this color where it will definitely remove the yellow out, but it might not be a nice pretty color, just because it just has a greenish background to it, in my opinion. So yeah, so this is kind of how the platinum lace look like. I do like this color, the outcome of this color. I'm not so sure about how the orange hair turned out. These are the Demi colors, where the mixing ratio was 1 part of the color to 2 parts of the developer. So I used twice the amount of developer for these ones. And I also processed them for a shorter time period. The instructions were 10 to 15 minutes. And I let it sit on there for about 15 minutes. As opposed to the other 3 that I just talked about, where I let it process for 35 minutes. These colors level 7 colors, Demi colors. So definitely I knew they were going to come out darker. I like how this one came out. This is like definitely a dark blonde. Well, not blonde. Most people kind of wanted it to be lighter than this. But this will be a very pretty low light color if you had more like a lighter color like this, and then this as a low light color in between color. I'm speaking to hairdressers now who kind of understand what low lights mean. This will be a pretty ash style color, because it has no yellow, no orange tones in it. It's very cool toned, and definitely you don't see any of the orange traces in this particular swatch at all. So I think this is probably my favorite dark my favorite of all the oranges that I did today. It definitely removed all the orange. Definitely it's a lower level, like level 7 color, so definitely it wasn't going to be light. I didn't expect it to be light. I just kind of wanted to try the much darker toners that were geared towards hair that's darker, not necessarily lighter. Of course, I definitely wanted to try it on the hair if I was tinting back and somebody was kind of blonde like this, and I wanted them to go back darker using this medium ash blonde color. How would it look? I don't necessarily love this color. It definitely went darker, but it didn't look as nice as this level 7 or darker color. Which sometimes that is why, as I'm speaking to the hairdressers looking at this, it's better to lift hair to the color that you kind of want it to be at. So since this was more darker, more level 7 color, it looks so much better when we put the level 7 ash medium blonde toner on there. But then since this was just already lighter and we're kind of tinting back to make it darker, it just didn't look as, doesn't look as nice. Definitely is darker, and it's definitely not yellow or orange or anything because it's not supposed to, but the color is not as pretty. Most blondes don't necessarily want to go darker. Most of them don't. You might want to tone your blonde down a little bit, but I don't know if you would want to go this dark. If you were a very lighter blonde person, you wouldn't want to go like a level 7 too dark. So I just kind of put this toner on here. I wanted to see it. I wanted to experiment. I just felt like the other toners were actually made for much blonder hair. So I just wanted to see the toners that were made for darker hair, what it would look like. And this is the Demi colors. And I love how the medium ash blonde color 7NA looked on the hair that was already orange. So if you are looking for a good low light toner, this might be a good color for low lights. But yeah, this was a medium ash blonde color. This is the chrome color, and as I sort of predicted when I was doing this color, this really reminds me of Willer Color Charm T14. It is a very nice. I'm starting from the lighter colors this time because I thought this was my favorite out of all of them. Of the lighter ones, of course. This is very nice for those people who kind of want to have that nice intense gray color. It's not light like how the platinum lace was, but it's a much intense grayish ash color. It's going to be very cute. Will make a very cute gray color. This is definitely like completely different from, of course, the yellow. If you put the yellow, mind you, this sat on there for 15 minutes, and this is how it changed color really quickly and got this really nice ashy gray color. Of course, my saturation wasn't that great, but then I can tell that if you properly saturated this color, it would be a very pretty ashy color. Very nice ash color. This was my favorite of the colors. And even I like how the orange one turned out. You can see that it's definitely a pretty cool toned color. All the orange was toned out, and this is a really intense, like dark ash color. So chrome was my favorite out of all the colors. I feel like I liked how the yellow toner the orange toner turned this out into a very nice, like I guess it was the level 7 ash color. It was very pretty and it's ashy, and definitely this is like a really dark grayish ash color. And like I said, it reminds me so much of one of the Willa T14. So yeah, this is the 7VA, the chrome, and I liked it out of everything. The one thing I would say is that the Demi's in the level 7 definitely is for light darker hair, so it definitely these colors will look better, but then it didn't look as good when I was using the much lighter toners. So overall, I think I'm done with the Ion Brilliance cream toners and Demi toners. They worked decent. I don't know if they are more favorable to me than the Willow ones, but I kind of wanted to see how they will look if I swatch them out. You let me know what you think, but hopefully this is also, like I said in the beginning, become something informing to anybody that kind of wanted to try out. Going into it, you should know off the rip that these toners are much, to me, are from hair that has been bleached lighter. And if you wanted to go for hair that was a little bit darker, you should be looking at the darker Demis, the level 7s and the level 8s, because you get much favorable outcomes than using the Platinum Lace, the Modern Beige, and the Lavender Moon. These are all the swatches that I did put side by side together, all the darker toners, all the darker swatches, and then followed by the lighter ones, so you can see them. These are the first 3, the Lavender Moon, the Modern Beige, and the Platinum Ice. And I'm gonna go down to the medium ash blonde and then the chrome toner, so you can also see how those look like. So overall, I gave you a nice little picture of how everything looks like and against a white background, so you can see and make informed decisions. Hey guys, I'm finally done with this video. This video was a lot, quite a bit, just having to redo, kind of like revisit the whole, making sure that everything was right and it was the right tone that I used. But again, I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from these Ion Brilliant toners. Tell me which of the swatches was your favorite. I told you guys that the Creme was my favorite for both the orange and the lighter color. So you tell me what you think. Definitely, I think these toners are made for lighter bleached hair, like I said, I kept on saying in the video. But overall, they came out, there was some changes, some coloration changes that was very decent. So I wouldn't like, sit on these Ion toners because I think they are also decent. It's just that people don't use them as much, or it's not on YouTube as the Willow ones are, so people just don't really know about them. It was kind of hard for me to find like a lot of reviews on these toners, so I figured like I'll be the one to review it so you guys can see it and tell me what you think. But if you're really looking for a good ashy, nice grayish toner, I definitely think I'm going to use the Creme to make a wig for myself, like make a colored ashy grayish wig for myself. I think it's going to look great. So until next time, drop down in my comments which one you like, and also like what other videos that you like to see from me. I'm here for you. I got you guys, and I will talk to you guys next time. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel as always. Love y'all.